Good evening, and welcome to the 2012 Dover Adult Learning Center of Stratford County graduation. Tonight, we gather to honor and celebrate this year's Dover Adult Learning Center graduates. While this night is a high point of every year, this year is particularly special because we're celebrating our 40th anniversary. In the past 4 decades, over 6,500 people have earned their high school credential at Dover Adult Learning Center. With 235 graduating this year, that total will top 6,800. Tonight we're celebrating with 75 of those in our presence, and we're here to share in their joy and their pride, and as a community, applaud their accomplishment. Graduates, you did it! You completed your high school education. This is one of life's most significant milestones, and you have every right to enjoy those feelings of pride and satisfaction. We're celebrating in the company of many people who helped support you in your journey to this point, and so I'd like to thank them and recognize them as well. Your friends and your family supported you, and they encouraged you, and maybe they sometimes gave you a little push when you needed it. They gave you rides, they cooked you meals, they helped you study, they gave you time off from work, and maybe they took care of your children. Your teachers and the staff, sitting over here on my right, of Dover Adult Learning Center, they welcomed you with care and respect into their classrooms and into their hearts. They heard your stories, they encouraged your dreams, and they guided you to reach your goals with compassion, understanding, and patience. They witnessed your hard work, and they saw you through all the successes and all the stumbles. The Dover Adult Learning Center Board of Directors, they're an invisible group of committed volunteers who work behind the scenes. In fact, they're doing so right now, preparing refreshments for after the ceremony. So make sure you stop and see them for some cake and punch and maybe say thank you. They are the ones who make sure that we're well run and adequately funded. The counselors, the principals, the superintendents, the assistant superintendents, coordinators of programs throughout Stratford County and in Dover all work very closely with DALC to ensure that you would make it to tonight's ceremony. We've built strong relationships and expanded our learning community to create more pathways than ever before to high school completion. And finally, our elected officials sitting over here to my left, from the city of Dover, from Stratford County, and the state of New Hampshire. Year after year, they have worked to make sure that adult education is valued and has the support that it needs to help every single student in Stratford County, reach their educational goals. Every person in this room tonight has played a critical role in bringing you to this moment in time, and we welcome and we thank all of you. Now, to get things started, it's my pleasure to invite Dover Mayor Dean Trefethen to say a few words.
Good evening, Director Strand, Superintendent Briggs Badger, school board members, city councilors, parents, relatives, friends, and of course the most important people tonight, graduates. Congratulations. It is my pleasure as mayor to bring you greetings from the city of Dover, and I will leave you with a couple of thoughts for you to consider. One is to continue learning. In some respect, you've already gone down this path. No matter what, don't stop learning new things. At least once every day, learn something new. Most people think that you learn with your brain, but in reality, you learn with your eyes and your ears. Keep your eyes and ears open so you don't miss opportunities to learn. The more you learn, the more you realize there is more you don't know, and therefore more to learn. Another thing to consider is the concept of right and wrong. And sure, there are some absolutes like criminal behavior and how you treat your loved ones, things like that. But for the rest of your life, there'll be someone telling you that they know what's right and what's wrong, whether it's politics, religion, money, how to raise your kids, whatever. In their mind, there's only one right way. And the issues are black and white. Well, they're not black and white. There's a lot of gray out there. And there's a lot of ways, different ways to do almost everything. The path that you graduates have chosen illustrates exactly that point. You haven't done it the so-called right way, but you did do it your way. The more you learn, the more you know that things are not black and white and that there are a lot of gray areas. And it's in those gray areas that you will spend most of your life. And what will be right for you will be wrong for others, and vice versa. You've built a good foundation for your future, and it's up to you to make the most of it. I wish you well. Once again, congratulations.
Tonight, I am both pleased and a little bit sad to say goodbye to two special people who have served adult education for many years in very different but very significant ways. I'm going to start by surprising somebody who I hope is in the room, Dottie Holmes. There. Would you please join me on the stage, Dottie? As she comes down, I'm going to read these words about Dottie written by Pam Shaw. Dottie has been a consistent and welcoming presence in the Adult Learning Center for almost 23 years. She's made sure that every student entering the counselor's office was met with a smile and a friendly greeting. Dottie has used her skills as a great conversationalist to engage nervous and non-native speakers, and she has helped many anxious students feel comfortable and capable. She has truly cared about every student at the center. Dottie's completing her final year at the Adult Learning Center as she and her husband are moving to Keene to be closer to her daughter and her granddaughters. We will miss Dottie very much, and we wish her much-deserved happiness. Now I'd like to ask Amanda Merrill to join me on the stage. For many years, Amanda Merrill has dedicated a tremendous amount of her time and energy to making New Hampshire a great place to live. In her career as a public servant, she has been a strong advocate of arts, education, and conservation issues, serving on the Durham Planning Board, the boards of the UNH Alumni Association, the Audubon Society of New Hampshire, the Granite State Conservation Voters Alliance, as well as working as a visual arts coordinator for the Mill Pond Center for the Arts. I'm sure I've missed a few. Her low-key presence, integrity, and a respectful style of communication have earned her the respect of her peers in Concord. After having served 5 terms in the New Hampshire House of Representatives and 2 terms in the New Hampshire Senate, Ms. Merrill will be retiring from public office. For her service to the state of New Hampshire and for being a lifelong friend and supporter of adult education, we thank her and wish her well in her future endeavors. Now, a very special recognition. It's an occasional tradition at DALC to recognize a graduate from a previous year's class who has distinguished him or herself through higher education, professional work, or community service. This year, I'm very pleased, completely delighted, and honored to recognize a graduate who has made service her life's work. Laura Pantelakos will join me at the podium to receive a commendation from the Dover Adult Learning Center Board of Directors. Whereas whereas Laura Pantelakos has raised 7 children, is grandmother to 17, and great-grandmother to 8, and whereas Laura has served her community in so many ways, including as Portsmouth City Councilor and Fire Commissioner, and whereas Laura is currently serving her 17th term in the New Hampshire House of Representatives and intends to serve another term next year, and whereas Laura is the longest-serving representative in the General Court and Dean of the House of Representatives, and whereas Laura left high school at 16, returned to school at Dover Adult Learning Center at the age of 65, and successfully completed her GED in 2001. And whereas Laura is dedicated to her community, has made it her mission to serve and speak for the working people throughout New Hampshire, and is a lifelong learner and places a high value on education for all people, therefore, we honor the achievements of Laura Pantelakos and recognize her as the 2012 Outstanding Graduate of the Year.
Thank you very much for that honor. Good evening. Words can't express how pleased I was when Mrs. Strand asked me to speak with you tonight. Believe me when I tell you this will be short and sweet. Even though I sometimes speak on the floor of the House in front of 399 other representatives, I am as nervous as a cat on a hot tin roof. As Mrs. Strand may have told you, I just signed up for my 18th term in the House of Representatives. People ask me, do you have a screw loose to put in sometimes up to 12 hours a day to make $100 a year? When I was first elected, I was very proud of my accomplishment, and I still am. I can hardly wait for November to see if I will win my 18th term. When you serve as a state representative, you do it for the love of your state and the people you represent. My decision to become a representative was very spontaneous. One evening, my husband and I were at the Moose Club in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, at a meeting, and I received a call from a friend, Bruce, telling me the Democratic Party wanted me to run for state representative in Ward 6 in Portsmouth. I said, Bruce, what bar are you in? He said, I'm sober and I'm serious. I let him know I would get back to him. After discussing it with my husband, I agreed to run. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. My political career has included a seat on the first Portsmouth Fire Commission, 10 years on the Portsmouth City Council, and 17 terms as a New Hampshire state rep. I would like to congratulate you on your accomplishments tonight. It can be easy when you go to high school because you just go with the flow. But when you drop out, there's no flow. You are on your own. I quit school in my senior year because I had to repeat a sewing class. That would have come in handy having 7 children and a husband in my 35 years of marriage. I was 16 years old and went right out and got a job as a waitress. I loved people, I was fast, and I liked hard work. You could say I went to the College of Common Sense and Hard Knocks. I learned everything the hard way. I married a great man and we raised 7 children together, but for years I felt something was missing. For years, I kept telling myself I was going to get my GED. I kept putting it off, but at 65 years old, during a campaign for Portsmouth City Council, I decided it was time. Over the years, the press had continually asked me what my level of education was. My standard response was, I attended Morse High School in Bath, Maine. In addition, I wanted to be a good example for others. My grandson had dropped out of high school. It was difficult to encourage him to return to school when I had not done so myself. So I came to Dover Adult Learning Center and I applied for my GED. I wanted to be able to tell him, If I can do it, you can do it. Dover Adult Learning Center helped us both to achieve that goal. I will tell you, it was not easy. Even the REP before my name didn't help. I had been out of school for 50 years. I was scared to death I would not pass. The night before the election, I got a call that I had passed. I was thrilled. I did not walk to get my diploma, and I'm sorry for that now. I guess it was a little self-conscious and embarrassed. How could a person in my position not have a diploma? Education was not on the radar. In my day and age, women were expected to get married and have a family. I had done that. Education is very important nowadays. You have taken the first step. I want you all to take a good look at yourselves tonight. You have overcome a lot of obstacles. You have had to go to work, and some of you may have children. You have had to really want this diploma to go through all the hard work to reach your goals. I want to tell you that you can accomplish anything you want in your life if you just put your mind to it. While reaching for the sky, take baby steps. Use the common sense God gave to you, and it will work every time. Good luck to you all. Remember, you did this the hard way. I hope you feel a great sense of accomplishment. The next chapter of your life is waiting for you. Thank you for allowing me to speak with you tonight.
When I met with Laura to talk about this award, she revealed to me that she had regretted not attending her own graduation. And so I would like to present her now with this cap and gown in honor of her recognition as the 2012 Graduate of the Year.
Thank you very much.
I hope each of you will be inspired by Laura's words. Even as you bask in the satisfaction of your completion, remember that this is just the beginning and there is much more to come, much more to do, and much more to accomplish. Pam Shaw, our lead counselor, is now going to present the winners of our graduate essay contest. Pam is the center's lead counselor, and she's a strong advocate for all students, a dedicated adult education professional, and a valued colleague. Pam?
Well, we only have 3 winners tonight. I just want to let you know that I read all the essays, and they were all fabulous. So thank you for all of you who submitted essays. The topic for the essay contest was what I have learned about myself through my adult education experience. And we have some great winners. Our 3rd place winner this evening, who needs to come up on stage and read his essay, is Robert Letourneau.
Yeah. I didn't bring my glasses. Yeah. Hello? Anybody want to try this? I wrote this letter because I was actually glad of the topic. The topic made me feel like I actually achieved something. To achieve one of my goals in life, you're going to have to excuse me, these are not my glasses. It comes with age. To achieve one of my goals in life, I had to seek others for help, working to receive my GED. However, what I have learned about myself through my adult education experience is with the help from the others, finding the right work might be possible when I achieve this goal. It was in the year 2011 when I decided that I would seek out my GED. This proved to be a long process for me, but I needed to do it for my self-esteem. I drove to Dover, New Hampshire, the Adult Learning Center. There I took many pre-tests and tested very low on all the subjects. However, the school was willing to work with me and set me up with a tutor. I liked working with the tutor. It was hard to do the work. All 5 tests at once seemed so we worked on the subject to come, and my tutor never gave up on me. I can't actually read this well. I can't read it with these glasses. I'm going back and forth.
Okay, I'll read it for you.
Thank you.
Stay up here. I liked working with this tutor. It was hard to work with all 5 tests at once, so we worked on one subject at a time, but it was surely going to take a lot of work before test day would come. My tutor never gave up on me. It became clear that he truly didn't understand that I could not see what he could see. However, I tested well and have my tutor to thank for that. The struggle I made him endure must have been painful. As the months went on, passing test after test, finally it came to a screeching halt. Feeling backed into a corner with the English writing, I went home and pouted for a while. Meanwhile, the lead tutor instructor called me for an update. The instructor wanted to know if I was still interested in finishing my GED. I went back to Dover and talked about a plan to do the writing test. Within a few weeks, I was writing essay after essay, and finally one of them started to make sense. The feeling of not giving up on my education is off the charts. I'm really grateful. What I have learned about myself with my adult education experience. When I asked for help with my goals so I could pass the GED, the Adult Learning Center helped me achieve this goal. The Adult Learning Center never gave up on me, and I have my GED to prove it.
I'm really sorry. Thank you.
Next time we'll make the font a lot larger. Our second place winner is Tara Merrithu.
Adult education was an amazing experience for me, and it changed my life. I learned, can you do it?
Stay with me, okay? You go sneak it off. Adult education was an amazing experience for me, and it changed my life. I learned that regular school was not for me, but I realized that motivation is the key to make it in this world. I learned that you should not care what people think about you when you're trying to benefit yourself and make something out of your life. GED was definitely an experience that I am never going to forget. I am thankful for all the teachers that have had patience with me and didn't give up on me. They helped me a large amount, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. Regular school was extremely difficult for me due to the fact that I have learning disabilities. The work was too difficult, and I have chronic stomach problems. I gave up on school work freshman and sophomore year. I developed health issues and started missing many days of school. By going to adult education, I learned that in school I felt too pressured to do well because there were so many people around me, and it made me shut down. In GED class, I did very well because there weren't as many people, and I could focus on all of my brain power on class rather than how many people were around me. Motivation is the most important thing when dealing with anything. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. No, that's what I give it. Mind to it, and being in GED made me realize that I didn't have the motivation to do a good job in school. But once I made the switch, I started doing so much better and ended up obtaining my GED in 3 weeks. Nothing is difficult if you try your hardest and put all your motivation in that one thing. When I was debating on getting my GED or staying in high school, people were saying that I wasn't going to get anywhere if I didn't stay in school, and that nearly altered my decision. I am glad that I didn't listen to them, because now I am already working my dream job and starting college in July for early childhood education. I learned that if I had listened to anybody else, I would have just been stuck in high school, not knowing what I was going to make it to my goal. Now I am happy as I have ever been because of GED. It has completely changed my life for the better. Adult education was not only a learning experience, it was a life-changing experience as well. Regular school was much too difficult for me. In school, I could not find my motivation. Nobody's opinion matters but your own when dealing with life-changing decisions. If you have a good feeling about something, just go for it. I did, and now I am living the life that I wanted 5 years from now. I did it with the support of people that care about me. That's all that matters. You did it. You did it. She wants to know, can she go now? Yes, you hold it.
Oh, and our first place winner for the essay contest is Courtney Ray Morrow.
Okay. What I have learned about myself through my adult learning experience. Throughout my experience at Dover Adult Learning Center, I have discovered many of my skills and ideas can potentially be used to better myself and further my education. With the proper guidance from the staff and proper use of their learning materials, Dover Adult Learning Center has given me the confidence to explore my educational and career options and to learn as much as I can in order to make a difference in other young people's lives through education. I can only hope future adult diploma students may have the same opportunities and experiences that this program has bestowed upon me. After meeting with Beverly O'Brien, I was genuinely eager to finish my adult education through DALC. When it was time for me to start taking classes, I was unsure of what to expect. I soon came to realize the teachers who are selected by the program are wholeheartedly interested in educating their students to the best of their ability. The end result of a quality education depends on how much time, effort, and commitment one puts into it. Being influenced by the teachers, learning materials, and academic criteria, I was ready not to only obtain my adult diploma, but to do it in a way that I could be proud of. By sharing personal experiences and explaining learning materials clearly, my teachers have encouraged me to strive for greatness and succeed in everything I do. Dover Adult serves as a second chance for those who choose to enroll. Without this second chance, my role in society would not be as valued next to those who had finished high school and/or furthered their education. Therefore, my personal goals would be out of reach. This, to me, is unacceptable because I believe it is my duty to have an impact and lead a prosperous life. Not only have I become more educated in subjects learned, but I also widened my range of vocabulary and developed many management skills. With these tools, I can be more productive in the workplace while enrolled in college courses. These skills presented to me by my teachers are useful because they can aid me in better preparing me for adulthood. With my completed adult education, I plan on pursuing college in hopes of earning a degree in teaching. This excellent program has provided me with the tools, skills, and confidence to begin the next chapter in my life with a positive outlook. I'm proud to say I've successfully graduated from Dover Adult Learning Center. To say thank you can never come close enough for me to express how grateful and appreciative I am of the staff and its program. Actions speak louder than words. The best I can express how thankful I am is to further my education, learn everything I can, always try my best, and never settle for anything less than I deserve. Thank you, Dover Adult, and everyone involved for their hard work in keeping this program available. You all are truly making a difference and have positively influenced my life.
For many years, the Rotary Club of Dover has supported the Adult Learning Center by funding scholarships for GED testing and adult high school tuition throughout the year, and by providing several scholarships at graduation for post-secondary education. This year, the Rotary Club of Dover is awarding 3 $500 scholarships, and Bob O'Connell, Rotary Club member and Executive Director of My Friend's Place, is here tonight to present those scholarships to 3 deserving students.
Well, thank you very much, and congratulations to all the graduates. Actually, when the club president put the announcement out, does anybody want to go to the Adult Learning Center graduation and present some scholarships, I jumped out of my seat and said I'd be glad to go. And the reason for that is I've been here on a number of occasions. My daughter graduated from DALC. A son-in-law graduated from DALC. A lot of the people that I've worked with at My Friend's Place have gone through the DALC programs. I was on the board of directors for DALC for a long time, and I love coming to this graduation. It's really exciting, and it's what graduation should be, because there's a lot of emotion here, and I love it. So I've got the great opportunity to present 3 scholarships. The first one is to Adwa Nana Tumasi Doherty. Come on up here. So also to remember, the first time I came up here to present scholarships, I had to review everybody's name because some of them were a little more challenging for me. Yes. Now, while a student at the Learning Center, Nana took advantage of every learning opportunity available. At one point, she was enrolled in 3 classes, including a Pathways College transition program. Nana is currently attending Northern Essex Community College and is pursuing a degree in business management, specializing in healthcare practice field. She has made the dean's list each semester and plans on graduating next year. Congratulations. I'd like to ask John Owen to come up. Got that one right. Yes. John would like to become a chiropractor. He plans on enrolling the accelerated biology program at Mercyhurst College and then completing his goal at New York Chiropractic College. He hopes to help people live pain-free lives. John, congratulations. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome, John. And our final scholarship is presented to John Shanfuan. John would like a career where he can build community and help kids stay engaged in school. He hopes to do this through coaching or becoming a physical education teacher. He is enrolled for the fall semester at Great Bay Community College. John, congratulations. And again, on behalf of the Dover Rotary Club, congratulations to all the graduates, and thank you for inviting us to participate.
And we have 4 more scholarships to award, and Tracy Donaldson is going to start us off with those.
The first scholarship I'll be presenting is the Helen Phipps Debbie Tasker Scholarship. Could Nicole Meakin please come to the stage? Helen Phipps was the founder and first director of the Dover Adult Learning Center. Debbie Tasker was the director of Dover Adult Learning Center for many years following Helen Phipps. Both served the Learning Center with great passion and understanding for the adult learner. The student chosen for the Helen Phipps Debbie Tasker Scholarship has made many changes in a short period of time. She moved to Rochester and enrolled in DALC. She developed a plan to get her GED and enroll in college to study healthcare management or nursing. I found out this evening that she's completed her second semester of college. Nice job. I am pleased to announce that this year's recipient of the Helen Phipps Debbie Tasker Scholarship is Nicole Meakin.
Well, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to the Learning Center. They basically took a city kid like me and showed me that I'm worth it. I want to give a shout out to my family, my aunt, my uncle, my 3 cousins, and Leah over there. I couldn't have made it this far without the support of everyone, and congrats to my fellow, I don't know, half of you guys graduates. Woo!
The recipient of the Betsy Hackett Memorial Scholarship is Ashley Mattress. Could she please come to the stage? Betsy Hackett taught at the Learning Center for many years and was especially fond of working with women in transition. The student chosen for the Betsy Hackett Memorial Scholarship made the decision to get her GED so that she would be able to continue her education in a field that she already works in and loves. She has been able to juggle full-time work, a family, and furthering her education in an effort to achieve her goal of becoming a registered nurse. I am pleased to announce this year's recipient of the Betsy Hackett Memorial Scholarship, Ashley Mattress. Congratulations.
Before I give the scholarship, I just want to say, when you talk about determination, the first place essay winner this year, Courtney Moreau, delivered her essay to the Adult Learning Center just a couple of weeks ago while she was in intensive care at Maine Medical Center. So you can do anything. The scholarship, begun in my name upon my retirement, was the nicest gift that the staff could ever have given me. The recipient of the Donna McAdams Scholarship this year is a student who's been out of school for about 15 years and is determined to set a new direction in her future. Would Christy Marcoux come up? I mean, Christy, excuse me, would Christy Marcoux come up? Yes. I need my glasses. Congratulations. After working hard to get her GED, she said she felt a new sense of self-esteem. She would like to move on to college and be a positive role model for her children. And we hope this will be the impetus she needs to get going. Congratulations. And there's probably an envelope. There you go. Congratulations.
I, like Donna, have never had a scholarship in my name, and I can't tell you how proud I am this year to present the first Minette and Duisi Scholarship. It was given last year by Tom Lavisser of Beacon Finances, Beacon Retirement, and he had a son who graduated from the Dover Adult Learning Center Diploma Program. So he knows how wonderful you graduates are. So tonight, I would like, again, Tara Marathu to come up to be the first Minette and Duisi Scholarship recipient at Dover Adult Learning Center. And while Tara is walking up, I'd like to tell you that she is now a nanny, and she will be starting on July 7th at Granite State College for Early Childhood Education. So anything is possible. I never thought she'd walk up twice, once, let alone twice. Congratulations. I won't make you say anything.
And shortly she's going to get to walk up a third time. Because now we get to the part of the program where we begin our presentations. And we're going to start with the adult high school diploma recipients, introduced by our superintendent, Jane Briggs-Badger.
Good evening. Distinguished guests, family members, and most importantly, graduates, welcome to the Dover Adult Learning Center graduation ceremony. You are here this evening in testimony to your commitment, hard work, and perseverance. Albert Einstein has said, "Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one learned in school." This famous German physicist was quite possibly one of the most intelligent human beings ever. He uttered these memorable words to affirm the importance of lifelong learning. For you see, your education does not end with this graduation. The School of Real Life has many valuable lessons to offer you ahead. You are to be commended for continuing on in your educational journey. You are just beginning to learn what life may have in store for you in the future. You are now better prepared for success in your achievements. I began my career in education many years ago as the coordinator of the adult tutorial program in Coos County and then in Merrimack County. I was privileged to teach adult learners how to read. One of my students was a 60-year-old man facing a hip transplant who wanted to learn to read so he could read the Reader's Digest as he convalesced. He told me that he did not care for TV. Another student was a young mother who wanted to read her baby's formula directions. These and many other students taught me the meaning of perseverance and of courage. As I pulled into the parking lot this evening, it was no coincidence that the car next to mine had a license plate that read, "Persevere." I want to say congratulations, and I want to end with a little quote from the Dalai Lama, and it's called "The Keys to Courage." You have achieved your goal, and now you are ready to begin another chapter. Now you really start real life. Real life may be more complicated. It is bound to face some unhappy things and hindrance and obstacles, complications. So it is important to have determination and optimism and patience. If you lack patience, even when you face some small obstacle, you will lose courage. So gather your courage, keep your perseverance and your patience, and good luck in your future endeavors. Thank you and congratulations.
As I call your name, graduates, would you come up this side of the stage and walk across to receive your diplomas? Dalton Bayless. Come right across. William Cameron. Congratulations. Alicia Carabellis. Congratulations. John Crooks. Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Courtney Moreau. Jocelyn Nickel. Steve Fomsina. Congratulations. Thank you. Alexander Ross. Congratulations. Jeremy Whitcomb. Tara Willie. Joshua Williams. Congratulations. Our next group of graduates is our largest group of graduates. They've passed the GED, the General Education Development Exam. You know, this is not an easy task. The GED exam is 5 high-stakes exams that can take nearly 8 hours to complete. And when given the GED, 40% of graduating high school seniors don't pass the test, so it's no small feat. GED graduates will come up the stage to receive a commendation from Dover Adult Learning Center Board President Don Neri. Samantha Dotson. Paul DeChambeau. Nicole Meekan. Heather Fielders. Holly Flynn. Kelly Casista. Gareth Infinger. John Chanfon. Thomas Monahan III. Mark Anthony Bonapane. Kelsey Gary. Crystal Rodriguez. Jackie Higgins. Peter Stiles. Dakota Boone. Josie Dearborn. Nana Chumasi Doherty. John Tenaglia. Ed Meady. Shauna Downs. Christy Marcoux. Ashley Mattress. John Owen. Robert Laturner. Park Clegg Jr. Michael Marcoux. Adam Shalou. Robert Thomas. Zachary Haberstroh. Joey Kucher. Dean Rogers. Lisa Fraley. Chelsea Mason. Monique Cameron. Caitlin Norton. Caitlin Moody. Christina Swenson. Debbie Swenson. Tanya Knox. Nicole Sarson. Bethany Wyrick. Brittany Blanchette. Shannon Otis. Devin Hewlett. Cassie Sinks. Quintez Duffy. Michael Kustra. Tara Marathu. Melissa Hobson. Brandon Belair. Mateo Shea. Amanda Rivera. Graduates, this is the end of your high school education, but it's the beginning of much more. Your new GED or high school diploma is your ticket to opportunity. There are things you couldn't access before that are now available to you: college, training, apprenticeships, jobs, military service. But remember that just because you've graduated doesn't mean you're quite done with adult education. Hopefully you've learned that education is a lifelong process, and many of you will choose to go on to college or training. We hope that you'll come back and see us as you help prepare for the next stage of your education, whether it's career searching, training selection, or college transition. And finally, if you have friends or family who would still like to get their GED or diploma, please have them call us or visit us, because you know it's never too late to learn. 742-1030. Now there's one more thing we have to do. Would you please stand, graduates? Family members and friends, please wait just a moment until the graduates have recessed before joining them out on the mezzanine for your cake and punch. Tassels from left to right, signifying that you have completed your high school education. You are now graduates.